All right, Chris, it's a little noisy here, a little windy today. A lot going on here. We're on the other side of Williamsburg Way here, looking now back towards Raymond Road, whatnot. Finish up on this side of the bridge. What do we got going on this side?
So we're working on the stage line right now. We're digging out the other half of Williamsburg Way, where traffic has been running all summer long. We've switched traffic over to the other half. Now we have to dig that all out and go down to the bridge footings, build the bridge footings up the MSC walls, retaining walls, and bring those back up and to put Williamsburg Way back together. Also behind us, you see a huge excavation that retaining wall is going to continue, and this is going to be behind us, the future off-ramp from Verona Road to Williamsburg Way for southbound traffic.
And like we said, that's kind of where that traffic's going to be switching on to. Will happen actually. Where will that shift happen? Is that going to be back at Raymond?
That shift when we go to that phase actually is going to be quite a ways back where the shift is right now, almost up by Atticus and Summit.
Oh wow!
We got to shift all the way back there for this next upcoming traffic switch. So.
Gotcha. Talk about you've got the two retaining walls here. We were kind of looking down into that. Kind of gives you a perspective of where that bridge is going to start.
Correct. So that little bit of perspective that we got on camera there is we had to dig down and build a retaining wall to hold up Williamsburg Way in the previous traffic configuration. Then when we rebuilt it back up, we had to build another retaining wall to hold up where Williamsburg Way traffic is right now. And in the middle of that you can kind of see there's a bridge abutment in there with rebar sticking out of it that we got to patch onto it and build the other half of the bridge abutment.
Kind of unique.
It's very unique. That's a very interesting way to build a bridge project, but it was the only option that we could to do without having to close Williamsburg Way down. So it was our commitment, the DOT's commitments to the locals here to keep Williamsburg Way open. So we had to take on some unique perspectives there to be able to try to build the project.
You had mentioned too that this bridge is actually pretty much level with what we've got here. So really that 25 feet down is significant on the downside, but as far as level, we're pretty good right here.
Correct. That Williamsburg Way bridge is going to be right at the elevation of what the current traffic is driving on right now.
And then looking back behind us, the work that's gone on this summer, if you could just kind of describe that.
Yep, so behind us you can kind of see the noise walls that we were working on all summer long, and as well as there is concrete pavement going on in the distance behind us, and we're getting ready and getting a lot of concrete pavement down from Raymond Road to just short of Williamsburg Way for our next traffic switch that's going to happen in a couple weeks here when we go to, it's our stage 6, but we're going to put all the northbound and southbound Verona Road traffic on all that new concrete pavement north of Williamsburg Way.
And when we get down closer to Raymond saw a huge expansion, I would say, up that intersection.
Yeah,
as well.
We added quite a few turn lanes to Raymond Road to help with that signal that's going to remain with Verona Road.
Fantastic. All right, guys, standing at Raymond Road on the southbound lane. We've been talking southbound all day long today, I feel like. And Chris, again, we know there's a lot of work has gone on here at Raymond Road, and it's all about expanding.
Yep, exactly. So Raymond Road is getting additional turn lanes to get onto Raymond Road. So a lot of that pavement is already done. Raymond Road, all we're doing is patching up the rest of the pieces together that we couldn't quite get in the previous stages. So you can see a lot of new pavement, a lot of new infrastructure here at Raymond Road.
Absolutely, and still some work even going past Raymond Road, moving back, but pretty much, does this conclude the Raymond Road piece as far as...
Yeah, a couple more weeks and then we'll be done with Raymond Road. We still have to finish up Verona Road through Raymond Road, but Raymond Road will be complete here in a couple weeks, yep.
Why did we end up having to keep this a signaled intersection?
So WSDOT went through the design process and analyzed Raymond Road, and our event horizon that we have to use is about 20 to 25 years of traffic forecasting. WSDOT went through and analyzed it and figured out that if we add additional turn lanes to the signal system there, we can have that signal system operate efficiently for the 20-25 years into the future. So it didn't really justify any additional needs or even bigger grandiose design than that, because we can make the current infrastructure work.
And we're still expecting traffic to move in and out of this corridor still a lot faster than it ever did.
Correct. It's going to be definitely upgraded signal system. It's going to be more turn lanes, which is going to provide more green time for Verona Road and be able to clear out a lot more Raymond Road traffic a lot quicker too. So.
As far as between here now and Williamsburg Way, we see today quite a bit of concrete's being laid side.
Yes, correct. So they're putting down quite a bit of concrete behind us. I can't quite see the guys in the picture, but there's an army of people behind me right now. We're putting down concrete pavement and putting down barrier wall, and all the ancillary concrete features are going down on the pavement, because in about 2 weeks we're going to have all of Verona Road traffic on this new concrete behind me. There's a crossover that we're building just north of Williamsburg Way, and we're going to have both northbound and southbound Verona Road on what we're standing on right now.
And then on the other side, there'll be, again, same type of deal here, remove what was there and lay the future foundation.
Exactly. So once we put, because what we're standing on right now is all the future southbound lanes of Verona Road. Once we put traffic here, we will be able to build all the future northbound lanes of Verona Road from Williamsburg Way up to Raymond Road.
Steve, as far as keeping people up to date on these changes and whatnot, when we're talking about traffic shifts and stuff from your standpoint, how many weeks out in advance are you trying to get the notice out to people and trying to get people to stay involved with the project as it's going on so long?
Right. So with our construction updates, we have the weekly notifications for the following week, but we also provide a glimpse of a 2-week look ahead. And so we always provide that extra notice to let people know. If there's a traffic switch that's going to say happen in the end of October, we're going to try to let people know as in the beginning of October, this is what we're anticipating for the end of the month. Be prepared, be alert for these changes. But certainly we appreciate everyone's patience and continued cooperation throughout this project. Certainly there's a lot of moving parts as we've talked about today, but it's a great reminder that it's also the public's job to do their part, to slow down, be alert, don't tailgate in the work zone, obey the posted speed limit. As you see behind me, it's a lower speed limit of 40 miles an hour. So we want to make sure people slow down. There's a lot of men and women working right behind the barrier wall and orange barrels. Certainly a lot of traffic and equipment that's there as well. And it's just making sure that people are alert in the work zone and heeding our updates, heeding the warnings that we have to share, and just driving cautiously.
And we'll finish out the year with one more quarterly update before the construction season ends, so certainly we'll keep everybody up to date on that. And then as far as 2019, I know it's hard to say because we've already discussed you're not weather folks, but things pick up. When will things end for this year and pick up for next year?
So I'll take that one. But we're going to work until we can't work. So whenever somebody can predict when it's going to be frozen ground out here, that's probably when that's going to be the end of our season out here. So that'll be the conclusion. And then next spring we'll start when the frost comes out of the ground. Just the amount of work that we have to do on this corridor, we have to utilize every single day that's available to us to work.
So just making sure that people are alert, because there could be crews working into December, as Chris mentioned, that if the weather is favorable, we'll work until early December, and so there may be still crews and equipment out. So just making sure that you're always vigilant traveling through the work zone. Just because there's orange barrels up throughout the year doesn't mean that there's no access to businesses or residents in the area, but just making sure that you're more mindful and alert of what you're entering.
Guys, thank you so very much for giving us the tour today.
No problem.
Great job. A lot of hard work gone through this year, and again, may not have impacted traffic too much this year, but still a lot done, and it's looking good. Very excited for next year, and looking forward. Hopefully, you'll sign us up for another tour.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, we appreciate your efforts in helping us get this out to the public too.
I appreciate it. Chris and Steve, if you have not got signed up for the updates, you're not following them on social media, you're not on the website, you're not with the project. You got to get yourself involved. That's all I can say. These guys do a great job with that. So we'll appreciate it. We'll do this hopefully next summer and be talking about bridges and everything else in between. Either way, we're going to take a short break. You are watching Talking Fitchburg.